was going to sleep, however, it seems like the long-awaited patch note has been delivered, and so it seems like I have some work to do before I go to bed, and I'll just do a reaction to this actual new patch. I didn't spoil myself anything, I didn't read anything, I know of some rumors. I'll somewhat try to analyze what I'm seeing, however, a deeper analysis is likely coming soon. Tomorrow or maybe the day after, I'll try to do this with Crabhammer if he's still hot on this. Let's go. This patch is probably quite big. Let's do it, people. So, of course, thank you a lot to the devs. Curry and I, especially Curry, worked very hard to deliver Pokemon Chess 3.10 New Wave. You can vote for the next Pokemon to be sponsored in Who's Next. Of course, every channel has now its own emoji. We've seen this for quite a while right now. I have postponed the tournament to 5th August and it will start at 4 PM CEST to try to take into account Japan, US and European time zone. I do not know how we will have Japanese people in this tournament, but I sure hope they're coming. Link to the Discord on the Discord. Don't forget to support me on TP. If I had money, I'd sure do this. But if you have some donations to do, please subscribe to my channel and give me money so I can give this money back to them, maybe. Don't do this, guys. With Curry, we'll take a summer break, which means that Pokemon which is 4.0 will probably be delivered later as an original 2 to 3 weeks release. Of course, you deserve it, guys. Pokemon Chess 4.0 main feature will be the localization/translation, which is probably something really great to add to the game now. So the usual new Pokemons. So Pinsir was announced on the image, Natu and Xatu 2. Exciting. Announced are not playable. You could have noticed it in the discussions that I've went through the weeks between the last patch and right now. I wasn't sure it was coming because the unknown that was hidden on the image teasing was writing Psy, and so it may have been hinting a Psy rework, maybe for MR. However, it seems like it was for the addition of Unknown into the game, and that's quite exciting too. And Magikarp and Gyarados are not playable. This one is a surprise, and it's quite enjoyable too. Gyarados sure is strong. Let's see if it's just... It can't be just as strong in your composition. I wasn't expecting this, but sure, why not? And no changes, so I do not know what to think about these months. Pinsir, one more mythical of bug type. We already have a lot of them. It will make it harder to hit something like, what is it called, Volcarona. Natu and Xatu. I do not really play flying, nor do I really play Psy. Moreover, there are additional months, which means we won't see them every game. Magikarp and Gyarados are probably just the same, unless it's a mythic somehow, but it would be weird. And unknowns, I do not know what to expect of these guys. I'll probably go check later. Abilities. Gibberline is back to Epic. Thank you. I do not know why these guys came to be rare. That was probably the worst mistake in since I was on this game, Gibble was absurdly strong. It was completely stupid. Made ground very, very good. Way too good in my opinion. Okay, mistake repaired. Thank you. Lavita line is no rare. I hope this time this guy was nerfed before it became rare. Otherwise, I'll sure abuse this guy in dark. And you can count on me to make sure Lavita gets nerfed, if that's the case. Buff Sunflora attack to 14 became 18, and mana 100 to 80. Sunflora sure wasn't popular, probably because grass was nerfed so heavily that one of its synergies was just irrelevant. Fire wasn't the flavor of the month either. At the beginning of the patch, a lot of people played it. However, since there were so many stronger synergies, Sunflora kind of didn't find its place. Monkey buff 100, 200 became 120, 240. So more HP to the monkey line. It's fighting mons, they became more tanky. It's probably relevant. I kind of like this too. So additional mons, so you expect them to be strong, or at least I do. Rapidash buff HP 180 to 220, so this doesn't concern its basic form, only Rapidash. Okay, why not? Adjusted stats for Paras line. Parasect 110 to 180. Wasn't this already the case? I thought I remember Parasect having more HP when I played it. Maybe I remember quite bad. Of course, Parasect had to be buffed. If it really comes from 110 to 180, the buff is insane in terms of proportions. It's pretty much plus 60% health, something like this. More on the line of 55%. In any case, it's insane. It's a huge buff, and Parasect sure needed it. They sure love Bug. Bug getting new mons every single patch, getting buffs over buffs. I expect it to become one of the better synergies in the future. Reduce cooldown of Torment abilities 1 second to 500 milliseconds per AS. What is this thing? What's Torment? I do not remember which Pokemon has Torment. Is that the Shift Tree line? Maybe? I won't say anything stupid, I'll just check later. Okay, sure. Reduce cooldown Torment, why not? Shadow Clone. Clones now get 80% of original max HP and 30 shield. Scales with AP. So that's the Bannet line, right? So shield for the clones and less HP instead. Okay, I think that's a slight nerf. However, you are now incentivized to give this mon AP, and in case it has a lot of AP, it's a buff instead. Okay, so building it with an offensive stat to make it tanky, I do not know if this is the best thing. We'll just have to see. Totodile moved from uncommon to rare. Thank you. I think water deserves better than it does currently. Adjust the stats accordingly. Of course, you made sure of it. Nef Milton, mana 90 to 100. Okay. Kinda deserve. Nefroki. Okay, one Nef on Frogadier at Greninja 2 HP and attack. So that's a baby hit. Nef Decidueye, attack 20 to 18. That's baby 2. So that's babies, but that's also Dark Ghost. Okay, quite cool. Nerf Prime Arena. I do not know if this one is necessary. HP from 220 to 190. And Bore attack nerf. Okay, why not? Ember will probably remain super strong. Adjusted reboot, attack 9 to 12. Def speed from 6 to 5. Okay, it's more of a carry orientation. Nerf Cinderace. Less def and def spay. Okay, why not? Nerf Superior, attack 28 to 24. It's actually insane that it's going at 28 attack. Change put. Okay, so these are the nerfs for babies. So people have been going wild about baby mons for a while now. I think baby was still beatable, and that this, instead of nerfing stats, it would probably have been an adjustment of the synergy itself. However, the synergy is super cool, so you do not want to get rid of it, you do not want to hit it too much. So maybe hitting the units is actually the better thing to do. That's at least a viable choice. So all these units were nerfed. So who isn't there? Either go. Yes, it's how is that called? What's this name again? The dragon. I lost it. It's the Phantom line. Phantom line. That's still quite strong. And what's the second dark unit? Oh, but it was already nerfed. Cinderella. Okay. So almost every single Babymon was nerfed over the last 2 to 3 patches. Only the Phantom line wasn't hit, I think. So let's play this mon, I guess, if you get it. Puchina, bite to growl. Buff bite through 40, 80, 120. So outside of Puchina, who had bite? I do not remember. Buff crab hammer. Oh no, this guy was already too strong. Why do you buff the second best player on this game? You beat everyone. 40, 80, 120. So it's the earlier stages. Of course, because actually crab hammer has only its 2 first stages available, I think. It's Crowdount, and Crowdount of course is an additional mode, so it has only these 2 levels available. 3 times more chance to crit if Reaper Cloth. Okay, so that's pretty niche. I kinda like it. Destroy the mage when execute. Okay, why not? So the thing with this is if you invest a Reaper Cloth on Crowdount, you probably do not want to sell it anymore. However, it's an uncommon unit, and most of the time in the late game, at least in Dark Ghost, you get rid of this unit. Or it has to be super strong if you want to invest on this guy. So we'll see if we build around this fact. Maybe in water. Water will probably become super cool. I probably try it out for a few games on my Smurf, and if I think it's good, I'll just start to main it. We'll see. Nerf Castform Hail. Okay, so Castform Hail was overperforming a lot. Thank you for this. Artificial clearly was one of the best comps available, and it was partly thanks to Castform. Nerf Carbone line. Carbone has absurd stats. I thought this mon could become ghosts. That's not something that's written, so I guess it was not done in the end. Giratina can now switch between forms depending on its position on the board, so it will be harder to hit Giratina on turn 20, but you can adapt with the mon and make it either a carry or a tank and change between rounds, and that's awesome actually. Diglett, ground rock to ground normal. Cubone, oh, so it's finally here. Cubone, ground rock to ground ghost. So we're losing 2 rock mons right here, and 1 in the main pool. 2. That's worrying for rock. However, I know that the synergy will be changed below. You probably have seen it. I try my best not to look. Oh, sure, what? Water monster fighting to water field fighting. So this was talked about too. More water fields. Suicune should have gotten field 2. Yes, right here. Suicune got field, which makes sense because the two other legendary dogs had field and Suicune had not, which made no sense. Diamond Storm ability rework. Okay, deals 200% of current defense, a special damage to surrounding enemies. So that's for DNC, I think. Diamond Storm, probably for DNC. Make it more of a carry ability. I kind of like these abilities that deals around the mon damage. That's very effective actually. Buff Makuhita 70 to 80 HP and Hariyama 160 to 170. These were not the best fighting options nor the best monster options, so maybe give them a chance in the next patch. Why not? Latias and Latios were underperforming a lot, so reduced mana so they can cast more. Mist ball damage were up to 30 from 25, that's 20% more damage. AP reduction 10 to 30. Ooh, Mist ball is super buffed. Luster Purge also the same thing. You triple the death spare reduction and the AP reduction. This guy will be broken. These guys will be broken. What the fuck? Less mana, 20% more damage, and triple reduction of AP and speed def all at the same time. That's dangerous. Latias and Latios may be over the top for the weeks to come. I expect them to be super good. Linkable. No, when Minus and Plusly are both on field, trigger discharge and deal damage to all target adjacent to both Minus and Plusly. So this is done in order to make their ability more reliable and not incentivize people to sell one or the other to be more likely to hit with them. Makes sense. I do not know if that will make Minor and Plusly strong. We'll have to see. Buff Doublade. So Buff Doublade is probably because of the nerfs to Artificial, I think. Slash, more attacking, shield protect duration reduced. That's probably deserved. Buff Acrobatics, double damage if caster has no held items. Okay, so it was not double, this was slightly increased before, I guess. So now it will do a lot more damage. Okay, cool. Choose the synergies. Dragon Rework. So this has been long waited for. Dragon amplifies synergies and gains more stats when fully evolved. So this is a rolling comp. You will have to get 3 stars dragons to make the synergy work. Probably really hard to play. However, mythic dragons Latias and Latios, for example, will probably be strong because of this exact reason. Okay, so maybe when you get Latias and Latios, you really should pick them now and try to do this dragon roll at level 7, probably. We'll have to see. Probably try to test it out. Water dodge chance 25, 50, 75, 30, 50, 75. Okay, so the water 3 buff, you could get rid of this dodge mechanic. This dodge mechanic sucks, I hate it. But why not? Water rework. A new water Pokemon is fished after each PvP turn and put on your bench. So you can get Watermons. I expected more. You could have completely get rid of the dodge mechanics and make the fishing more exciting, but we'll have to try. Less exciting than I expected. I hate the dodge thing. Oh, and it's Water 9 nerf too, actually. Okay, nice. I hate dodge. Better nerf this thing that does not have its place in a game. Red Games tried the dodge in their first set and it never came back since, and I can guess why. It's just boring, it just sucks, and I've repeated it for quite some time. I think this is toxic. However, well, it's stayed in the game, so let's deal with it. At least you can do X-rays, but when you can't because the materials are heavily contested, you are just screwed, and you must look at your physical mons do nothing, and that's unfair. Too bad. Psychic rework, you can now find unknowns in shop. Okay, so that's what they added with Psychic. If you have Psychic active, you can buy unknowns and evolve them, and so if that's what was described in oh no, so probably unknown 1 star is P, then 2 star is S, and 3 stars is Y, and the three level are P, S, Y, which makes Psy. Kinda clever. Rock rework. Rock Pokemon gain defense and better resist to critical damage. Okay. So, defense on rock mons means that ground plus rock will suck, because you will have defense with ground and more defense with rock, and this stat will add on instead of complementing each other, which the shield did actually. So that's a super big nerf of rock ground in my opinion. Maybe a buff of rock itself, because the game is so physical right now. Maybe it will incentivize people to play more AP oriented. We'll have to see in the weeks to come. Monster Pokemon gain attack, heal, and increase their max HP, so just like it currently do, and grow in size every time they knock down an opponent. So instead of healing, they gain max HP. Alright, why not? We'll have to see the values. Artificial rework, thank you. Gain base attack with a percentage and not a raw amount, which means that's a heavy enough for Litwick, which deserves the hit. It was the second most popular mon in the game after Garchomp, and we all know that Garchomp was stupid. Ability power and max HP as shield per held item. Okay. So you now get ability power 2 on artificial. It's not only physical composition, and as we have 2 Psy artificial mons, it's probably for the best. And you keep the max HP shield. Also, it's max HP as shield. So the more HP you... Okay. So you are incentivized indeed to evolve your artificial mons. So this will also become a reroll comp. Okay, I kind of like it. 30% base AD on Genesect will probably be broken. I expect this to be a problem. Ground adjustment. Oh, no longer procs first stack immediately. No can gonna go up to 5 stacks, so it's a ground nerf. Okay, well, buff in the later stages of the round actually. Ground rock is still hit a lot, so it will probably not compensate for this. Have to see. Ground definitely needed to be changed somehow. We'll have to see too if you still can beat the Raiders with 2 ground mons with this change, and I'm not sure about that. Have to see. Okay. Upgrade 5% to 4% AS per stack. Okay, so why not? Upgrade was built a ton. I wasn't fond of the item, but Garchomp sure was, so let's deny this mon some of its success. And actually, Genesect 2. Reaper Cloth. Critical hit chance from 50% to 20% AP and 20% crit chance. Okay. So just a raw buff of both stats of Reaper Cloth. Okay. Red Orb. 20% additional true damage to 25% of attack damage is dealt as true damage. So this is a big hit. It's not 20% more damage. It's 25% of the current damage that is converted. So it's a big hit to Red Orb that deserved it again. So nerfed upgrade, nerfed Red Orb. Goodbye Garchomp. Was kind of not that nice to have you for a patch. Good riddance. Stardust Shield buffed, okay, why not? I don't think this item was actually this bad, but tanks should need some love. Flame Orb, removed wound counterpart. This item, however, will probably be broken. I expect it to be one of the strongest items in the games. This is probably a mistake, but I'll sure abuse it. Power Lens buff, plus 1 speed F to plus 5 speed F. Did Power Lens... Wait, yeah. Power Lens definitely needed a huge buff. Plus 5 speed F, this item will probably actually become relevant. Fluffy Tail buff, plus 5 defense. So tanks are quite happy on this patch. Fluffy Tail also was irrelevant to the game, so maybe you will be incentivized to buy it now. Assault Vest buff, 20 defense speed F, okay, why not? Reduce burn and poison damage by 50%, this is exciting. Nerf to fire, indirectly, and to poison, indirectly too. More counterplay to these two synergies that were already not all that strong. Razor Fang, critical hit, apply armor reduction for 4 seconds. Okay, so... Well, I may have to build fangs on my Darkmons that are not ghosts. Interesting. Bug fix of Maractus, I didn't know it was bugged. Bug fix of Castform. Castform will probably find another bug. It's this unit who is always bugged somehow. Fix shiny Pokemon bug, not that was a thing. Fix twisting nether damage zone. What is this? Twisting nether damage zone? What? Didn't even understand this line. Fix trick resetting 1 round after a draw. Okay, so now if you draw, you do not reset the streak. It was supposed to be a thing last patch. No, it's bug fixed, so it was actually bugged. Okay, UI. Add ability list in the wiki. Thank you. Always useful. Miscellaneous rarity percentages per level have been slightly adjusted at level 4, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so I've seen the curves, so the odds of getting some specific rarities have been smoothed. And that will likely have an impact on what round you want to roll for your units. So the best players were already doing it and will adapt. The beginners will probably not even notice it. I should probably make a guide about this specific change. It's very specific. New title Fisherman, so probably you'd have to get Magikarp, I think. And that's it. No electric nerf, this suck, I hate electric. I was still hoping it could somehow be worked, but that's a lot of work, of course. Okay, so the bigger things, Red Orb, very popular, has probably been destroyed. So this run right here is big thing. Flame Orb probably is the next OP item. really try it out on your mons that have a lot of AD, base AD. Upgrade nerf, very popular. It would probably affect a lot of players, and you may have to think of other options. What else? Honestly, where are they? Where are you both? Right here. These guys, Latios and Latios. Keep an eye on them. They are probably over the top right now. I expect these 2 months to be very, very big. Very, very big. We have to see, but they will probably dominate the meta. This buff right here is insane. And no change on Groudon? Did I just miss the changes on Groudon? It can't be. Groudon must have been hit. It was the most played and highest win rate mythical in the game. It had both. So it was played everywhere and was winning every time. And it was bugged. Must have been solved. You can't tell me that Groudon wasn't nerfed. Makes no sense. Okay, we'll have to see. No real dark ghost hit outside of artificial, so maybe we'll have to carry with a mythic instead of Litwick, and that's probably for the best. It's most likely compensated with the buff of Flame Orb, honestly. Like, if you get this Spiritomb, you are going for a wild ride. If you get a Flame Orb on Darkrai, it will be stupidly strong. Whoa. Yay. Okay. That's it for the changes. I'll probably make a deeper analysis with Scrubhammer coming soon. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time with some gameplay probably that I'll likely be registering right now. Good night, have a nice day, and have a lot of success on this patch before the tournament. I'll see you there too. Probably try to comment the tournament rather than playing it. Bye bye people.